What is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV. Tonight, it is Tuesday, April the 3rd, 2018. WrestleMania is just 6 days away, and man, this has been the laziest, most uninspired road to WrestleMania I have ever seen, and we're gonna bring the hammer down on it right here and right now on the newest, fastest wrestling podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show! Let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me is the world's greatest tag team, Thor, the wrestling god of thunder, and the world heavyweight champion of microphones, Blue the Snowball, and we are here to talk to you about this ridiculous SmackDown Live go-home show. It was just as bad in my eyes as last night's 3-hour abomination of a Monday Night Raw. You know, Raw came to us last night from WCW country, and it felt like I was watching WCW. And tonight we came from TNA territory, as SmackDown Live emanated from Nashville, Music City, right? Tennessee. Jeff Jarrett was in the back. Felt like I was watching TNA, and not the good TNA, but the crap TNA. I need somebody to tell me and explain to me how it is possible that they have failed on such an epic level with the build to a dream match. A match that all of us were salivating to get. And what I was afraid was going to happen is exactly what has happened. They gave no shits. Zero shits given about this match because they don't want this match. This is not the WWE's main event. This is the fans' main event. Look at all the care that they've been putting into this ridiculous, predictable, nonsensical Roman versus Brock Universal title. They've put so much into it. The segments have been meticulously crafted to make Roman look like a superstar, to make Brock look like a villain. They're trying to manipulate the fans' heartstrings, and they are not doing anything close to that with a match that deserves that kind of care, that deserves that kind of attention. Are you kidding me? I laid out the plan for you guys 4 fucking weeks ago. Everything that I said to you on this show is the way this whole build should have went down. We didn't see anything that I mentioned. We did not see a contract signing. We didn't see a face-to-face. They go out and do a stupid face-to-face photo op for this ridiculous mixed tag team match with Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. That's important to have these grandiose little segments. But AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura don't deserve any kind of attention. They don't deserve a contract signing. They don't deserve to tell their story. They don't deserve to get the fans to know why this match means so much to the two of them. It makes no sense to me that they would give us such a lazy path to the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Do you realize what we've seen tonight is exactly what we seen last week? It was the same exact segment. Only it wasn't one-on-one. Last week we saw Shinsuke Nakamura with AJ Styles at ringside go up against Shelton Benjamin with Chad Gable in his corner. A nonsensical match that I tore apart last week. And now this week we get a tag team match. For what reason? Name one reason why we would need to see AJ and Shinsuke on the same fucking page. They're not supposed to be on the same page. They're supposed to be on opposing pages, getting ready to close the book on one another on Sunday. But instead you got them as fucking teammates? Risking injury to both men. AJ Styles, they're talking about him having an injury and trying to keep him off TV all this time. And then you want to book him in a tag team match with Shinsuke as his partner. Or for AJ to show up to Shinsuke, one-up him, just like Shinsuke did last week. He went to go deliver a phenomenal forearm and pulled off at the last second, just like Shinsuke didn't do the Kinshasa last week, but threatened to do so. It was the same segment. That's lazy. That's uninspired, and that was not the way to build this match. I said it very, very clearly. These two things that you had happen in these last 2 weeks should have been the start of this whole thing way back at the beginning. You have this little one-upsmanship in these ridiculous matches that we don't need to be seeing. And then you have the contract signing. And then you have the face-to-face. But you don't have them, tangle and get involved in any physicality. You save it for WrestleMania. And that's what should have happened on the Go Home show tonight. The two little interview segments we got, there was nothing in them. It was WWE scripted garbage. There was no history mentioned between AJ and Shinsuke. There was nothing deeper. Nothing deeper. Nothing that we haven't heard them already say. All they want Shinsuke to say is knee to face. That's all they want him to say. Did he give the best promo since he's come to the WWE tonight? Yes. Shinsuke was clearly enunciating. He was easy to understand. He's obviously been working at it. But what they made him say just made me want to cringe. That's just the story with everything that has been happening on this road to WrestleMania, no matter which show it is. We had the same exact complaints about everything they're doing with everything on Raw. There's just no meaning behind anything. It's just, here, have this match. Here's a WrestleMania match. It's a WrestleMania match because we said so. And in this case, with AJ and Shinsuke, this is the match the fans want. This isn't what we want to give them, but we're just going to give it to them, and it's going to sell itself because the fans already want to see it. Why do we need to make it more interesting? Let's just keep doing the same thing every fucking week with the two best wrestlers in the goddamn world. It angers me, in case you couldn't fucking tell. That is, not that I expected tonight to actually save the day, because this whole entire trek has just been garbage. They clearly don't care about things they should be caring about, and the things that they should be pushing and focusing on are being thrown to the wayside. Like Rusev Day. Rusev gets a win last week. Rusev gets a win tonight. But does it mean anything? It doesn't mean anything unless he wins on Sunday. The whole involvement of Rusev in that matchup for the United States Championship has effectively overshadowed every single competitor that is also in that match with him. That was made evident tonight after his matchup with Jinder Mahal. Rusev went one-on-one with Jinder Mahal. We don't want to see Jinder Mahal, but if he's going to be on TV taking a loss to Rusev, I'll be fine with that. You don't want to take a loss anyway. You want to take a loss to Rusev. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to shit on that. But what I need to bring to your attention is that, obviously, from what we've seen tonight, it looks as if the WWE is centering their attention on Randy and Bobby Roode, when the crowd is clearly not interested. You got these two guys in the middle of the ring with the United States Championship doing their little stand-down thing after Randy Orton wants to come out and hit Rusev with an RKO out of nowhere after Rusev wins this match, and the crowd's chanting for Rusev Day. They don't give a shit about the Viper being in the ring. They don't give a shit. Bobby Roode is not glorious anymore. They want Rusev Day. If he does not win on Sunday, then everything about this whole entire match, this angle, Rusev himself, is just a big failure. He's going to continue to get over in spite of the WWE, and they will continue to push him down. The best thing they could do is reward this man, give the fans what they want to see, and return the United States Championship to Rusev. It has been shit since it was on Rusev the first time. When Rusev was the Bulgarian brute before he started to be so funny and so likable and so personable. When he was just a vicious beast, taking it to guys like John Cena. But once Cena crushed him and took the United States Championship from him, he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. He's brought himself back with Rusev Day. The WWE needs to acknowledge it. They need to reward when somebody goes out, puts themselves out there, and starts making money. This guy's selling so much merch. He's the #1 merchandise seller right now on WWE.com. You're going to make him lose at WrestleMania? Why, to give a win to Randy Orton? To try to get Bobby Roode a WrestleMania moment? Give it to Rusev. He is more than worth it. And he will pay off tenfold in the long run. Guarantee it. Charlotte Flair. Let's talk about the women's division. It was a fucking mess last night. It's just as much of a mess tonight. Charlotte Flair is wrestling Asuka 6 nights from tonight. Maybe even at this time. WrestleMania is 9,000 hours on Sunday, so it might be this late by the time we get to Charlotte versus Asuka. But Charlotte Flair is wrestling not once, but twice tonight. She has to wrestle in a useless match against Natalya, which means nothing, which she shouldn't be doing on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. And then in just a short time later, she's got to go with Bobby Roode and be in the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge. This is how you want to feature your talent. This is how you treat your champion. Oh, so what? So you can say Charlotte's a fighting champion? You think Charlotte's not a fighting champion? All she's been doing is wrestling. Tonight was your night to feature the champ in a different way. Have her come out there and just do that whole skit with Asuka in the ring that happened after the match. That's all you needed. Asuka, much like Shinsuke Nakamura, gave the best delivery on the mic that she has given since being on the main roster. This match, going into WrestleMania, just like AJ and Shinsuke, has not been featured correctly. These girls have barely interacted. They haven't teased one another. They've been talking trash, but they've been talking trash from opposing shows. Asuka has not been on SmackDown Live outside of one other time besides tonight. Charlotte Flair's fighting everybody but anybody related to Asuka. You know what I mean? And what else can you do with this feud? Except almost the same exact thing that I laid out for the other one. No contract signing. You got the undefeated streak of Asuka against the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. No contract signing. No face-offs. No weigh-ins. Nothing different. Let's just have them keep wrestling other people until we get to WrestleMania, because we have absolutely no creative passion. We have no drive, and we have not one brain between a whole pack of monkeys that's running the WWE fucking creative team. Disgusting. Not as disgusting as the ridiculous fat shaming and shit that's going on Monday night, which we completely ripped apart last night as well. But nonetheless, this is disrespectful to both of these women, if you ask me. There is no way that anything that they did made you any more excited than you initially were for Asuka and Charlotte. That match, when it was announced, automatically top 5 matches on the card that you want to see. Immediately, maybe even one of the top 3 matches that you might be interested in seeing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime match. An undefeated streak versus the championship. It should be being built as the centerpiece of the women's division. But they want to give more time to talking about the uterus battle royal. The Golden Uterus Cup of 2018. That's what they want to do when they want to talk about the women's division. Thank God we didn't have to see any of that shit tonight. But we did have to see Ronda Rousey. Right? They had to interrupt Charlotte Flair's entrance with this picture-in-picture bullshit, giving WrestleMania promos, interrupting what's actually happening on the show. Not that anything was actually happening, so maybe they should have just did that. Why not just do a whole show of recapping all the angles leading into WrestleMania, because what you did tonight did nothing. The whole entire show was nothing. Nothing happened. Charlotte Flair beats Natalya. Surprise! Surprise! Who gives a shit? And then Carmella wants to come out and try to cash in the Money in the Bank. For what, like the 4th time? Did you expect her to take the title from Charlotte tonight, just a few days out from WrestleMania? Are you brain dead? Did you really think you had me there, WWE? Oh, we're going to swerve them. We're going to make them think Carmella's going to cash in. Not like we haven't seen her fail to do so 3 times already because of the ineptitude of the referees at ringside. What are we watching? What the fuck is Carmella going to do with the Money in the Bank on WrestleMania night? She's going to cash it in on Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax? She's going to cash it in on Charlotte and Asuka? Is she going to sit there and watch the show from the back like a good girl after she takes part in the Battle Royal and gets eliminated by somebody? I don't know. At this point, I don't care. This was ridiculous. What the fuck else happened on this show? Rusev versus Jinder we talked about. After this match, we get a backstage segment with the Usos and the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers. I was alright with this. I mean, I was already so taken out of my happy zone by this episode of SmackDown Live that I honestly didn't give a shit what was being said. I wasn't really listening. Nothing they can say matters. This match has already sold itself. They have not added a stipulation to this match, which is what I don't agree with. This was the night for them to make this a ladder match or a TLC match or something special, because WrestleMania has no special attraction match attached to it as of this moment. This was your perfect one to do it. If not this, then you had the United States Championship. Those are the 2 matches to do it. You didn't do it in the Intercontinental Championship match. You're not doing it for the Raw Tag Team titles. Where else are you going to do it? Unless they decide to announce it via WWE.com or on Twitter like they like to do 2 days before WrestleMania, then maybe there's a chance that still might happen. But as of right now, nothing changed. Nothing changed. The Usos and the New Day are fucking around with each other in the back. The Bludgeon Brothers come in from behind them. Everybody gets scared and serious. Who cares? Who cares? This was unnecessary. I would have much rather have seen a promo package for what we have been getting to see over the last few weeks, which has been great with these teams. Tonight, I didn't care. Just like I didn't give 2 shits once again about this 8-man tag team matchup to highlight the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I have one word to tell you how fucking ridiculous this 8-man tag team match is. And no, it's not the Yellow Mustard Trophy, the Andre the Giant French's Mustard Trophy. No, it's just one word. Primo. Primo was in this match. When was the last fucking time you seen Primo? Where's Epico? Where's his fucking cousin? What is he doing in this match? Why are we having this match? Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Mojo Rawley, and Primo. Welcome back, Primo. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Did you bring us some arroz con pollo from Puerto Rico? Did you bring a hibiscus plant for your mother? Where the fuck has he been? Why is he on this show? Ridiculous. Played absolutely no part in this match. Versus Zack Ryder, the Fashion Police, and the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. Die is what I wanted to do. What am I watching? Fodder. Cannon fodder. This was stupid. This was a useless fucking match to put over the Battle Royal. And listen, this has no bearing at all to the namesake of this Battle Royal. The WWE has actually disrespected Andre the Giant by attaching his name to this piece of shit event that they have made an annual thing. When they announced it, I was excited about it. I thought it actually was going to be a good thing. But not once has the winner of this thing meant anything. We've talked about this already last night as well. We're going to talk about it again tonight. Baron Corbin walking around holding up 2 fingers as if when he won it the first time it meant anything. Did it matter the first time? No. Did it matter the second time? No. So your first finger didn't matter. Your second finger didn't matter. The only finger that matters is this finger, Baron Corbin, because you're not going to win it a second time. And if you do, what a waste. What a fucking waste of a WrestleMania moment for somebody else on this thing. WWE's claiming that this year, the winner of the Battle Royal has got something big planned for him. Better not be Baron Corbin. As of right now, I'm putting my money on Woken Matt Hardy to win this whole thing. Does it really matter? At the end of the day, I don't think so. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But Baron Corbin and his motley crew of rejects featuring Primo getting the first win in his life, I think. Is it the first time Primo's ever won a fucking match? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ugh, absolute garbage. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens want to show up tonight. I loved Kevin Owens' shirt. KO Mania 3 is a fantastic shirt. He's got 2 images of himself looking at himself in the image of Andre and Hogan with the KO Mania 3 across the top. I thought it was a spectacular t-shirt. This segment did absolutely nothing. This did as much for me as the whole opening segment where Daniel and Shane had to hug it out. 10 wasted minutes for these men to give a hug. This was something that could have been wrapped up in 30 seconds in a backstage segment. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Let's hug it out. Let's go kick some ass on Sunday. This match is happening. You got people all over the internet, all the smartest people, all the people in the know, all the biggest channels, all the biggest names, sitting there telling you Shane McMahon ain't going to be in this match. What did you see tonight? Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan will be in this match. Both of them together, probably going to defeat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, you would think, but with the caveat of their careers being at risk and them being able to get their job back if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeat the general manager and the former commissioner of SmackDown. It makes it a much harder match to predict. I am interested in seeing this match more so than I was at the announcement of this whole thing weeks ago when it was just a rumor and I was all over it, trashing it because I didn't think this would be worthy of Daniel Bryan's return. But Owens and Zayn have been fantastic. They could sell me a pair of socks if I was wearing two pair on my feet right now. I'd still buy that 3rd pair and I'd wear them right now because they're that good. They're that good. And tonight was just a little bit more of an example of that, but essentially they said nothing. You know, they said, Daniel Bryan, you got your dream back. You're going to be wrestling again. Our dream is to beat the crap out of you now. So we're going to live our WrestleMania dream. We're going to go to WrestleMania and beat the hell out of the 2 of you. That's essentially what they said. And that's all that needed to be said. I'm not angry at this segment at all. We didn't need to see them hit the ring. We didn't need to see them jump Daniel Bryan. Daniel and Shane had something to say at the beginning. Kevin and Sami had something to say right here at this point. Shane and Daniel came out, got the crowd to start singing goodbye to them. It was a nice little segment. Nice little segment. Not a great segment, but considering where we're going and what match we're building, this was okay. I was fine with it. Kevin and Sami are not even supposed to be there, right? So this was a good way to do it. They did it horribly on Raw with Roman Reigns. They did it much better in this scenario. And then they come back from the break after this whole thing goes down, and we get the tag team matchup between AJ and Shinsuke versus Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, which we already touched base on. Why I thought it was a bad idea. The match itself, you could take it or leave it. It wasn't the worst match you ever seen, but it wasn't anything to write home about. It was something that shouldn't be taking place tonight. And the fact that we've already burned through everything that happened tonight goes to show you that nothing at all of importance happened on the go-home show for SmackDown Live. Just like nothing at all happened on the go-home show last night. If you missed that, feel free to check it out because I was just as pissed last night as I am tonight. You might be looking at me thinking that I'm fucking crazy. If you're still here with me and you don't understand, let me enlighten you. WrestleMania's card this year is actually a good card. On paper, this is a great card. And I feel like the WWE looked at it when they wrote it out and they're like, you know what? This is one of the better cards we've put together. We got Daniel Bryan returning. We got the fans' dream match. We got Vince's dream match. We got 2 battle royals, right? We got a couple of good mid-card title matches. We got 2 women's championship matches. We got a streak being defended. We got a lot of good stuff going on here. We got the Undertaker's coming back to fight John Cena. Let's fucking call it a day. We'll just ride it out. We'll tell everybody the card. We all knew the card. The graphics were all set and ready the minute they made an announcement. And they just let it float. They threw it out in the fucking ocean and let it float. Like they wanted to make the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Let's use that analogy. And we can also pertain it to AJ and Shinsuke's match. You have all the ingredients, right? You know, for a good peanut butter and jelly. Oh, you know what? Fuck that. I don't really like peanut butter and jelly. Let's go for a taco, right? You're going to have the most delicious taco you ever had. This is your dream taco. Right? You got the shells. You got the lettuce, nice and green and fresh. You got your chopped tomatoes, your little red onions or white onions, whatever you prefer. You got your nice shredded cheese, whatever flavor you desire. You got your deliciously cooked taco meat, your warmed up crispy shells. You got your sour cream, your pico, your guac. You got everything. All you got to do is assemble it. Put it together, and it'll tell a nice story when you pick it up and take that bite and enjoy it in that moment when it finally passes through your lips. But instead, you're like, fuck it. I got all the ingredients. Let's just eat. I'm going to take a fork. I'm going to take a fucking tomato, 1 cube, eat the 1 tomato, eat a piece of onion, crack off a chip. I'm not even going to dip it in the guac. I'm just going to eat the chip raw, and you mash it up and you eat it in your mouth. It's far less satisfying. Because you had all the ingredients to make something great. But instead you just left it there. You're like, all right, this is what a dream taco contains. You know, this is AJ Styles and this is your Shinsuke. It contains both of these ingredients. We could have made it nice and delicious by seasoning it all up and placing it into this nice big story leading into this match. But instead, I'm going to leave it as is. Mash it up in your mouth by yourselves. Use your imagination. Make your own story. Is that what this was? Test your knowledge. If you know their history, you know how important this match is. You know that this is actually a continuation of a series. You know that this means actually more than just a WWE Championship to both of these men. Do you know who don't know this? The rest of the fucking world! All the casual WWE morons that watch this from week to week and don't even know what they're watching. That's why I'm here. Hopefully, some of these morons can come over here and watch this show and ingest the knowledge that I am throwing out there to you. I'm not hating to just blindly hate. I see mistakes. I've been watching wrestling for over 3 decades. I've seen every single WrestleMania and the road to it. I know good when I see it. And I know lazy when I see it. And this is just lazy. This is them seeing that they have quality matchups and they're just going to let it fly. We're not going to add anything to it. We're not going to use any imagination whatsoever. We are literally going to just repeat ourselves week after week and do nothing. The one thing I was happy about tonight is we didn't have to see Girl Braun or Ruby Riott or Little Liv Morgan. We did not have to see them in any way tonight. The best part of SmackDown Live, what you didn't get to see. Thank you for sparing me that. Everything else, the rest is silence. Right? That's... Oh my God, not so dreamy, was it, right? The road to this dream match. Not so dreamy. Not so delicious. Absolutely terrible. How they can claim to be the #1 wrestling company in the world and clearly not know how to promote wrestling anymore is beyond me. And the interruptions with the commercials, with the promos, they are commercials, but essentially it's a promo. They're running the Ronda Rousey promo during the Charlotte Flair entrance. They're running the Roman and Brock promo during the main event of tonight. They didn't give a shit. All they give a shit about is the Universal Championship. That's the only storyline whatsoever that has any story to it, and it's a sleep-inducing, nauseating story that makes you want to throw up at every turn. Not just because it's the absolutely most predictable story in WrestleMania history, but because we don't want to see it. And you just keep forcing it down. Eventually, it's going to hit a level where we just can't take it anymore, and we regurgitate it back up. I don't care about the Let's Go Roman chants. You could take those chants and shove them in your ass. If you think for 1 minute New Orleans is going to pop when Roman Reigns wins that match, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And if the WWE, for some reason, has AJ Styles retain the WWE Championship, I'm an AJ Styles fan. Hello. You know that. I've been wearing this hat for a year or more. I have my Shinsuke merchandise as well that I love to rock on this channel as well. But in this instance, I think it is pivotal for AJ Styles to lose this match. And then maybe even go heel. Rumors are saying he's going to go to Monday Night Raw. If he's going to go to Monday Night Raw with some shakeup that's going to ensue after WrestleMania, he has to lose. He almost has to lose. You got to give it to Shinsuke. It's a history-making moment. Never before has there been a truly Japanese-born superstar holding a World Heavyweight Championship in the WWE. It will be fantastic. It will do everything you wanted Jinder to do in India. It will happen tenfold in Japan with Shinsuke Nakamura. It has to happen. Almost as much as Roman has to win. But I have a sneaky suspicion and a strange feeling that they might not be comfortable enough giving it to Shinsuke just yet, and AJ might get the win. And maybe Shinsuke will finally get his comeuppance at this summer's biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, in a rematch with AJ. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's why we wrestle, right? That's why we have these events, because we need to see how it's going to play out. How SmackDown played out tonight. I don't want to ever see anything like that again. I hope that after WrestleMania, Vince McMahon's control and his grip begins to loosen on the overall product, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of the way that they view the world. They just don't see the value in the most valuable pieces on the board. Terrible. Absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful road to WrestleMania. Guys, that is all for your SmackDown live review on this Tuesday, April the 3rd. Don't forget to stay on this channel all week long. It is WrestleMania week, and if they are going to fail to deliver, I am not, as I am bringing to you all kinds of WrestleMania coverage all week long. We got a huge story involving WrestleMania Access and some really huge developments going on there. We're going to give you guys your first look at the North American Championship for NXT. We got WrestleMania moments in a minute going to be plastered all over this channel. We got 3 up already. Hopefully a couple of more get up there before Sunday. I am working this week. I'm doing my best to get everything to you on time. We are going to have your NXT TakeOver preview and predictions. We are going to do WrestleMania preview and predictions, of course, like we always do, and we will keep you guys informed as to any other big breaking news on this road to WrestleMania. We'll be talking about the Hall of Fame. We are going to talk about every single thing we hear coming out of Access and all of the events going on all week long. WrestleMania special on Thursday. There's going to be a WrestleMania special on Thursday talking about the WWE's greatest WrestleMania moments. I'm going to watch that because I want to see how many of my moments make that list. Maybe you want to tell me which one of your moments you'd like to see me do on the WrestleMania moment in a minute. You know, it's kind of hard putting all these shows together and trying to find all the appropriate pictures. Some of these matches are old, and a lot of the stuff that I need or that I want in my brain to show you guys is not available in picture form for me to steal from the internet somewhere. But don't let that put you guys, off from sending me your recommendations for your WrestleMania moments, and I will give you my thoughts in 60 seconds about. Usually it's about a minute, 5 seconds. But we'll be generous and we'll just call it a minute because that's what we're shooting for. Make sure you guys check them all out. It's a minute of your time. It's all you need. Just 1 minute. And when you check out everything else that we got going on, we also took the WWE Wrestlemania Trivia Challenge. Make sure you go check that out. We nailed that shit. We nailed it. I want you guys to go check it out. It was pretty entertaining. I had a lot of fun doing that. And like I said, the reviews and previews all week long. We are your source for WrestleMania week and everything that happens. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up on every single thing that you watch this weekend. Share, that's fair. Get this show out there. Share this video with all of your wrestling buddies. Everybody you know that's watching WrestleMania, make sure they're here to see why we bring the hammer down and what we do and how we do it better than anybody else that's doing it on YouTube right now. And don't forget, if you are not a member of the club, to smash that subscribe button right now. We were looking to get to 1K before Sunday. We can still do that. All I need is you to hit that subscribe button right now. Join the hundreds of people that over the last year have grown to know and love Sledgehammer TV as their official source for professional wrestling rumors, news, highlights, fun, and bringing down the hammer, especially because that's what it's all about. When I see something wrong, the hammer comes out and we start swinging. That, my friends, is going to do it. I am the legendary Nick Nightmare. This is the wrestling god of thunder, Thor, the sledgehammer of wrestling, and the world heavyweight champion of microphones. Blew the snowball on a show of wrestling gods, wrestling champions, and the legends of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Only on Sledgehammer TV, right here on YouTube.com. Don't miss anything this week. Hit that notification bell so you don't. And shirts!